Hello folks. Well, a few videos back a viewer made a comment that he had watched one of my videos on the Kraft Eleck Rider RC motorcycle. It was the first production RC motorcycle in the world. I worked at Kraft Systems at the time and was there when we introduced it to America. And although many could not drive it very well, I really had no problem with it, so Phil Kraft gave me one to demonstrate to all the hobby shops in Hawaii when I went there on vacation. And I can tell you it was a big hit. It was my idea at the time to make the so-called crash bar so it would keep from falling completely over when it went down. It worked on the principle that many argue, but it's simple physics that if you turn the handlebars left, your bike will turn right. Well, this modern cycle actually works the same way as do real motorcycles.
So if you turn like left, your weight gets thrown over to the right and then you go to the right, vice versa.
Well, anyway, this viewer offered it to me and even sent me pictures. Asked me what I would pay him. I says I'll give him $100, and that he accepted, saying he was not trying to get rich off it, but really wanted to see a demo and the video. Well, I was excited to get it, and when I tried to send him the money, call him, or email him, there was just dead silence. Finally, I got a message that his dad told him he could not sell it for less than $300. Well, be that as it may, I decided to search the internet for one, and lo and behold, there was that same bike on eBay for $325 buy it now price. Well, I don't have to tell you, I felt betrayed and disappointed because when I make a deal with someone, I keep it. Besides, I think this is just really an outrageous price for this unit in this condition. Others also must agree because I see it didn't sell in 2 separate auctions. This last jump actually broke the main gear. Luckily, my friend Dave Robinger machined me these new gears so I could restore it for the next jump. But I want to point out, if you're going to buy a used Eleck Rider, be aware that the gears can't be replaced and they're brittle with age and will now break easy as mine did. Also, the original radio is this Kraft 2-channel version on 27 megahertz. Most selling on eBay do not have the radio or battery, so be aware of that. Well, I realized I actually had plenty of video of my earlier versions, and some of this is very old with poor cameras, but it does get the point across to you without me having to spend $325 plus some $20 shipping just to show you this in a video. We'll look at the modern RC cycles later on in this video, so keep watching. So this is the actual stock 27 megahertz receiver that actually fits inside the body of the driver. And I couldn't figure out what was wrong with that, and it turns out it was actually the transmitter had probably gotten dropped, and the crystal right here had a leg broken off of one side of it. So I was able to solder another leg back on that crystal and get it to work. Well, the Eleck Rider actually has rear shocks on it, which is pretty cool, and also front shocks. It also has a chain drive, and there's a rheostat with the coil on there to run the throttle. There's no electronic speed control, it's done with the rheostat. It's not a brushless motor, so if you're going to buy one of these and you want to get rid of that rheostat, you're going to have to buy a brush motor ESC. When you pull all the way back, it puts the brake on like that. Brake, on, brake. So once you learned how to jockey the throttle around, you were able to drive it pretty good.
Okay folks, Dave is ready. He's at the front of the ramp. The ramp is all set up here. And the antique trucks are lined up in front of it. Let's go ahead and start the helicopter and get the show on the road. Ready to go, Dave? Let's go.
Well, today I've decided to actually look for another alternative, and I found this actual smaller version, which is quite unique, still a blast to run, and does the jumps. Well, ours was unique, but this one really is unique because it's a flywheel inside to help keep it upright, like a gyroscope would, as it keeps the bike going straight instead of wanting to turn. It's spinning at just the right speed to make it turn, though, as if it was too fast you could never turn. It only costs $33 on eBay, and I like it just as well. And it has lights. So what's happening here is the gyroscope started up and it's spinning inside. It's going to help stabilize it and stay vertical. Wow, he does pretty good. This is fun. I like this. It's very cool. It's got rubber wheels. It gets up on both those wheels and you can balance on it from a dead stop and runs about 10 minutes. It also has a variable speed for fast and slow with a knob right on the transmitter. We've really progressed in this unit, and for $33, I think it's really well worth it. It's good practice. You still need some skills to balance it up on two wheels without scraping, but if it does fall down, you don't have to run over and pick it up like we used to have to do with the Kraft Eleck Rider. Wow, that driver has amazing skills.
Amazing.
I like it. I really like it.